Okay, Nashville, let's have a very important town hall meeting tonight because I really need to know what in the hell has happened within the past 72 hours where I feel like this city has become unhinged. Why are 10 people getting struck at an HBCU parade? And I don't think it was during the parade, I think it was after the parade had ended, but this was still an HBCU, a TSU HBCU event. Why were the victims as young as 12, a 12-year-old girl? I believe 2 14-year-old girls. Out of the 10 victims, there was one fatality, which was a 24-year-old black man. And I believe the other victims ranged between the ages of 30 and 50. So 10 people struck, one of which was a fatality. And why did bystanders hear 30 to 40 shots being fired? There were so many shots fired that the medics and the police initially thought that it was fireworks. What? Let me tell you what I find so exhausting about us, because I can't tell you how many texts, how many calls I got where people were like, hey, we're turning up. I'm going to TSU homecoming this, I'm going to TSU homecoming that. And the moment that this news came out, everything was so silent. And I already said, I don't do festivities like that. I don't gather where it's a lot of us gathered. I really don't. And it's my preference. I'm 43. And if I do go outside and I gather with y'all, I wear my sneakers in case I have to run. Ignorance has never been bliss for me because I learned my lessons several times throughout my earlier years. And I'm talking, I was learning hard lessons at 18, 19, 20, being in the wrong place at the wrong time where things pop up. And I don't even have the ability to pray and ask God for repentance because that's how fast things are happening. Honestly, I've never had a sense of safety out in public. I'm just not that type of person. My head is always on a swivel, but I understand there are people that feel like certain events are safe, certain spaces are safe, but I would encourage people now to really take things seriously. No matter where you go or what you're doing, never assume that you're safe. Like, safety at this point in 2024 is an actual illusion. Keep your head on a swivel. This is just not the time to really drop your guard. I don't care if you're at Disneyland, just don't. So moving on to incident 2, which happened later on that night, early into Sunday morning. This happened at Illusions Bar on Murfreesboro Pike, however you say it. A man was leaning into a car and literally got struck in the back. Fatality. In the actual news article, the police are saying they don't even think that he was the intended target. That particular incident really bothers me because I had a really close guy friend back in 2014, and he was working out in San Antonio. He was unalived the exact same way. He was leaning into someone's car to talk to them, and someone drove up from behind and unalived him. I can't even imagine. For the third incident, this happened late last night, so I think Sunday night, and it happened at Cityside Flat Apartments on Lebanon Pike. 2 individuals were arguing. One pulled out a weapon, fired at the other person, but that person is alive. And if that's not enough, I was scrolling the Nashville news before I made this video. There were 2 other incidents just this evening. There was a call that came into Metro Dispatch around 6:39 p.m. and it came from the 1100 block of Woodland Street. But they stated that the actual individual was fired at inside of a car. And apparently the guy got out, went into a business, asked for help, and they were able to get him to the hospital with none life-threatening injuries. And I believe he was only struck one time. And this is the kicker. There was another incident earlier today at 5:30 p.m. It says the 14,000 block of Old Hickory Boulevard. There was a 34-year-old woman that was struck in the head. They were able to transport her to Vanderbilt Hospital, but she succumbed to her injuries and she did unfortunately pass. And to end this video, Jason Steen, which is the founder of Scoop Nashville, passed away on Friday. It appears that it was from heart failure. He was in a hospital out in Kentucky at the time when it happened. He was only 44 years old, so my sincere condolences to him as well. And I know there's always been a lot of controversy over Scoop Nashville, but at the end of the day, I don't want to see anybody lose their life. So please do not leave any negative comments about Jason Steen. Exercise some grace. We're all human at the end of the day, and he's gone. Jason Steen was still someone's son, possibly someone's father, someone's husband, someone's brother. What we need to focus on is being more civilized, because the way that Nashville has been behaving lately, some of y'all need to be ashamed of yourselves. Like, who's raising y'all?